Police officers to do politics. Taking cue from that pronouncement, which is as it should anyway, we, and I can say I, subject to the approval by this House, will refrain from interfering in any way whatsoever with the decision-making independence and operational independence of the police, but at the same time, I'll refrain from giving any instructions to the national government administration officers to facilitate the politics of any political party, including Kenya Kwanza, because that is against the Public Officer Ethics Act. It is also against the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Act. It is unethical for a member of the National Government Administration Office to support the activities or the political activities of a political party, and to use the instruments that are supposed to be used to protect citizens and their property to propagate the political activities of any political party. With regard to the issue of cultural rustling again, which has been repeated by the Honorable Kosing, one, there is need for enhanced capability. You remember in 1996, this country lost a district commissioner, Mr. James Nyandoro, when the helicopter he was flying, as he was trying to track cattle which had been stolen in Turkana, was shot down by bandits. When I talk about capability, I mean the need to modernize the armed personnel carriers, both land and air carriers, because the kind of carriers that require to get criminals out of the caves and gorges are the type that cannot fall under the fire of these bandits. I know a case has been made that violence is not an option, and I agree. But it's one of the options. It's one of the options. It's not the only option, but it's one of the options. Because what language are you going, what discussion are you going with a criminal who has stolen 100 cows from an innocent person and is hiding in a gorge? What is he doing in a gorge in the first place? So you flatten the gorge to start with. Then now you can, because what is he doing in a gorge with people's livestock? So that is one of the issues, the issue around capability, including personal protection of the young officers that we send sometimes, and even the more experienced ones. I've seen a GSO officer was shot the other day, somewhere in Baringo, shot dead in the line of duty, and then so some force has to be used. But I have also assured the nation we'll follow the law. The Honorable Didaraso is right. I am a lawyer, and not just a lawyer. I'm a human rights lawyer. That's what I trained in. Even the most established democracies must use violence to protect 99% of its citizens against the 1% that want to destroy our democracy. Period. I have no apologies to make about this. That is the law. We will respect human rights. There will be no extrajudicial killings, but criminals have to be faced as criminals. Period. And crimes have no ethnicity. Crimes are not political. Even if a politician is committing a crime, he's a criminal. A lawyer committing a crime is a criminal. A doctor committing a crime is a criminal, and they belong to no ethnicity. But I also agree there are other methods that have not been used maximally before, like community policing, like enhancing the capability of Kenya Police Reservice, most of whom were disarmed in the north, remunerating them so that also these KPR again don't get tempted to misuse those firearms because they are hungry, and also other interventions including a Marshall Plan. The ultimate solution to setting free the Kenya of the North from the hands of criminals is a Marshall Development Plan of infrastructure, electricity, roads, hospitals, schools, etc. And that is in the Kenya Kwanza Plan. So I'll be collaborating with the other agencies to make sure that as we deal with the criminals, we are also opening up that area so that it is easy to convince even those who have been socialized to believe that only crime can give them a livelihood. There are alternative livelihoods that can help them feed their children. Finally, very quickly on Nakada, there is a process which is ongoing about enhancing the control aspects on alcohol and narcotic drugs. My 1 second take of how else we can improve this is to use the education curriculum review that is taking place through a task force now to see how we can just try and resocialize our children, because the drug addiction menace has cascaded to very young sectors of our population, and only the education system, which is the software that instills positive moral values, can perhaps be used even as we enhance the control of these substances among our population. And from the Honorable Emase, the issue of spouses and citizenship is one of the reform measures which I am informed is already ongoing, to make sure that there are no delays. If the principal spouse, for example, has citizenship, the other spouse application should not delay, and so forth and so on. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Point of information, Honorable Chair. Point of information.
Who do you want to inform?
I want to inform the nominee.
Okay.
Fundamental, Honorable Chair, at the level. Maybe I wanted to inform the nominee, Honorable Chair, of an experience which you and I know, what was done in Uganda by President Museveni.